want to talk some diminished scales? You don't know what a diminished scale is? Great timing! Today on Hero Base, we're talking diminished scales. Stay tuned. What is up, guys? Welcome to Hero Base, the place where we talk about bass gear, music related topics. My name is Norbert. That Huskamo you just saw is my good boy Stanley. Guys, today, as you saw in the intro, we're talking about diminished scales. What are diminished scales? How to use them? Arpeggios, scales, all that sort of stuff. We're going to talk about them right now. So when it comes to a diminished scale, we have to understand one thing. A diminished scale is a symmetrical scale. It's a bunch of stacked minor thirds upon each other, right? The cool thing with it is that it's also known as an octatonic scale, which means 8 notes. Now, there's 2 types of diminished scales. Let's not confuse these with the Locrian mode. Locrian mode is something a bit different. It has only 7 notes. This one has 8 notes, okay? So diminished. What makes it diminished? It's pretty much the kind of intervals we have. We call it a symmetrical scale because it always goes from half to whole tone, right? Or you can reverse those, but it's always one or the other. It's whole, half, whole, half, whole, half, whole, half, or half, whole, half, whole, half, whole, and you get the whole deal, okay? So let me show you how we play them on the bass. I'll have a diagram right here next to you guys so you can see how also it's played. Today I'm going to be using my PRS Kestrel bass. Love this bass. It's a modern take of a jazz bass. So if you want to see my thoughts on this beautiful bass, check out that video up in the card. Rockin'. So we have 2 diminished scales right here. So we're going to talk about the first, the dominant diminished scale, which essentially is a diminished scale that typically we play on top of a dominant chord. This one is completed by the pattern of half and whole, and it's going to be looking something like this. We're going to base it all on the C tonic. So right now what we have here is the first is a half tone, right? A half step from C to D flat. Then we have E flat to E. And it's going to be that type of movement. So it's going to be. And in the next string, we're going to repeat that pattern, but there's a bit of a difference. We're going to start half step up. So we're going to go to this F sharp, right? And then we're going to apply the same movement, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your root note would be right here. The good thing about it, again, like I said, you can take this pattern and keep moving it up through the next. Let's add a little bit of extension to it. That's it. I just wanted to play it in a 3-string environment type of deal, okay? So the arpeggio for that scale would be something like this. If you have no idea what I'm talking when I say arpeggios, pretty much arpeggio is a broken chord, but you can see that right over there. So that arpeggio will go over any dominant chord, especially if it has a flat 9. This is the scale to go to without hesitation. So that's the first diminished scale. The second diminished scale we're going to be talking about is the diminished scale itself, or the tonic diminished scale. This one has a different type of pattern, but it kind of goes along with the first one we just spoke about. This one is going to be a whole and half, okay? Like this. So we go from C to D. That's your whole, half. Then we go to another, since we already have half and whole, we go to another whole, half, whole. Then we go half, whole, and half. Okay? So that pattern looks something like this. So it kind of has this vibe of a minor scale, but then when you go to that sharp 4 and that sharp 5, that's where things start turn a little bit different. So I have this A diminished style chord. On top of that chord, I can throw pretty much this diminished arpeggio. This is a fully diminished arpeggio. But again, I don't just want you guys to learn the pattern and just throw it out there and do whatever you want. I want you guys to understand the pattern, what's going on inside of it. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoy doing this content for you guys. Please, if you haven't checked us out yet, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video, share our content, and check through our entire library of almost 100 videos. Yes, we're getting there. Almost 100 videos. I'm so stoked about this. And with all that said, check us out in all our other social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We will see you guys in the next one.